last race of the season.
Green is out.
At Stafford, Santos threw the block on Stefanik's pit.
He has blocked Mike Stefanik in the pits. That really was detrimental to Mike Stefanik's pit stop.
The Mystic Missile would win.
Santos will win it.
But not before tensions erupted between the teams. Tonight, we conclude the Tour season with their traditional stop, the Thompson International Speedway.
They call it the Indianapolis of the East.
The kid wants title number 1.
Bobby Santos takes control of this points battle.
The vet wants number 8.
We just got to come here, run strong, try to get out of here with a win.
And Silky hopes the 2 of them slip up.
He's gotten back on track and back in the points hunt.
It's the 37th annual Sunoco World Series of Speedway Racing. Up next on Versus.
It started right here some 32 weeks ago. It was a trip that went to 8 different tracks and 13 different events. And it saw a battle that has seesawed back and forth all season long. All that remains is 150 laps. And you're part of the chase as Versus brings you the Sunoco World Series NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour race for the 5/8 mile Thompson International Speedway in Thompson, Connecticut. The points? Well, it's likely a 2-car contest between Bobby Santos, who seeks his first ever title, and a 7-time NASCAR modified champ, Mike Stefanik, but lurking in third is a youngster by the name of Ronnie Silk. Hi, everyone, I'm Jack Arute, and welcome to the finale, along with my partner, Jimmy Spencer, Mr. Excitement. All right, Jimmy. Bobby Santos gets back in victory lane after a long layoff at at Stafford last time out. How important was that?
You know, in the spring, he started on a roll. He started winning some races. But during the summer months, he lost his confidence, and it really bit him. So by him winning at Stafford, that really gave him the shot in the arm that he needed coming into Thompson.
Well, and certainly he's on top of the points. So let me ask you this. If you were in the car, would you rather be the hunter or the hunted?
A lot of times, I wanted to be the hunter. But today, I believe you want to be the hunted.
Why?
I think that you have everything to lose. And, you know, he's starting on the pole. The key to today's race is in his hand. He has 150 laps. He has everything to lose.
Well, we've got by people looking at him and trying to unseat him at the top. Let's talk to Kelly Stavs, the 3rd member of our team, who is with the leader of those hunters.
And Mike Stefanik is hunting for his 8th NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour Championship, and it'll likely take a win to get the title. And Mike, you have more Tour wins than anyone here at Thompson, but it has been a while since early 2006. So how can you turn things around and get back to your winning ways here at Thompson?
Well, Kelly, you start by bringing a fast car, and I think we brought a pretty good car here. The team's been, diligently working on this race car throughout the season, and hopefully we have enough car to make that happen today.
Well, Mike set the record for most wins in a season with 13 when he won the championship back in 1998, and no one has ever won the title without at least 1 win on the season, Jack.
All right, Kelly, there's just 150 laps left in this title chase, and you've got the front row seat. So stay right here. The start is next here on Versus. Just moments ago, this capacity crowd heard the words they wanted to hear all weekend. The cars have fired, 32 cars strong, getting ready to go to post here in the Sunoco World Series, the final event in the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour. The temperature, well, you take a look at it, it couldn't be finer for racing, but we'll be talking a little bit about these wind gusts. That could become an issue, Jimmy, as we start to look at what's at stake during this race. As you said, all right, you want to be the hunter? Well, that's the case. And this 5/8 of a mile oval until New Hampshire Motor Speedway, well, this is the largest track in New England, but not anymore. And forget about the money, forget about all that. This is all about winning the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour Championship. And certainly Bobby Santos started, as we take a look at the front row and go through the rest of the field, started by snaring the pole position, and then on the redraw, He ends up pulling number 1. Flanking him on the outside is Eric Byrne. Then we move to row number 2, and that's where the first of our eyes-on drivers comes. You like old TC, don't you?
I like Teddy Christopher. He's won back-to-back World Series, and I think he'll be the first driver possibly to win 3 in a row.
Stefanik on the outside, and then in row 3, it's Rowan Pennick, a former winner on the Whelen Modified Tour this year. And then on the outside of him, Kelly Stavitz. Your eyes on around that driver, aren't they?
Hot streak continued at Stafford with a second-place finish, making it 6 podiums in 9 races for the number 6 car. But he has yet to win this year, so he's definitely hungry for it. Thompson's been kind to him. 3 of his 4 career wins have come here at Thompson.
Row 4 finds Jimmy Blewett, Ned Flemke Jr. in the 5th row. James Savali was chasing for the Southern Modified Tour Championship, only to have it go away. And on the outside, Georgie Brunhosel III. Row 6 is Eric Beers, flanked by Woody Pitkat. And in row 7, the youngster, 18 years of age, Eric Rudolph from Ransomville, New York. And my eyes-on driver, Burt Myers of Walnut Cove, North Carolina, making his 2nd trip north, but this time he carries the Whelen Southern Modified Tour crown with him. As we go deeper into the field and you take a look at the starting lineups, this, Jimmy, is going to be an interesting race on so many facets and for so many reasons. One of them is that the pit road incident that we had at the Stafford Motor Speedway, this is a much wider, much longer, bigger pit stalls, so I don't think we'll have that problem like we had at the last race at Stafford.
Green flag is out, Jack.
On the inside, here they go. Will it be Bobby Santos down into turn number 1? He's being challenged from behind by Christopher. And look at Stefanik on the outside as Eric Byrne takes the front spot from Santos.
This is a position that I don't think Bobby Santos expected from Eric Byrne to jump that quick on the outside.
Santos now trying to settle in the 2nd spot. 3rd spot goes to Stefanik, and trying to move up in there is the red car of Ted Christopher, who finds a spot directly in front of the 6 of Ronnie Silk. They run nose to tail down into turn 4.
Stefanik real loose right there off of turn 3, exiting turn 4. And I'll tell you what, you don't want to do that on the lap race. You're going to see the tires. You won't hit before the day's over. You don't have to take a chance of hitting too early. We saw that happen this year, and you end up losing the race here at Thompson.
Patience, so very much in play here. Only 2 laps about to complete the 3rd lap. And Jimmy, right now, I'm sure the spotters are going, settle down, settle down. You still got 147 laps to go in this time.
The big thing is you're right, patience is very critical today, because this is a long race. You do have to make a pit stop. But most importantly, you know, for Bobby Santos and Mike Stefanik and Teddy and Silk right there running 2nd through 4th, these guys are in the chase for this championship. And the thing is they don't have to work their way through the traffic, which is a benefit to them.
Take a look back there in the battle for the 12th, 13th, and 14th spot. That white car on the inside, that is a new Troyer entry. Todd Szegedy debuted at Stafford, and this is the old Whisk Snuggles car that won at Stafford Motor Speedway. On the inside of Woody Pitkat in that maroon, 28 on the outside.
Yeah, and we're seeing right there Rudolph right on their back bumper, too. You would have thought Szegedy probably would have had a little bit better year than he had, but he did win at Stafford, and trying to get his ducks in a row here before next year.
Szegedy, who started in the 15th position here, has moved up by 2 spots. He is trying to work his way through some heavy race traffic. One of the reasons why the race traffic is so heavy is because during qualifying, the colder temperatures for the first cars out did not yield them the speeds they wanted. Some very fast cats in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and the thing was, is qualifying, we saw, if you would have gained like a 1/10 of a second, you could have moved as much as 12 to 14 positions up. So these guys feel their car was capable of doing it. They just didn't get the lap they needed on Saturday qualifying.
But when you take a look at Eric Byrne as he starts to feel the heat again from Bobby Santos. Started on the tour back in 2004. He runs only part-time, and oh boy, that car almost got away from him out of turn number 4. Santos, I got to tell you, if I'm driving that Mystic Missile right now and knowing what's at stake, I don't want to make any miscues, do I?
No, you don't. You know, the thing about Bobby Garbrino, he has put some caution on him.
Caution. That looks to be the 33 of Wade Cole of Riverton, Connecticut. Brings out the first caution of the evening. He started in the 30th spot. This gives us all a chance to catch our breath with 9 laps in the record books as they come down to the caution. We'll come back and take a look at what's going on in the early going here in the Sunoco World Series. Right after this, Byrne is on the pole, Santos on the outside, and Stefanik lurking in 3rd.